Again, Liz.
Well, we're lucky to have you on it, Edward. Great to see you, sir. Let's get back to Nile Gardiner with the feed cut out. Let's bring back Nile Gardiner. I think we have him, right, team? There he is. Now, you wonder what the Democrats, socialists here are thinking when they see the flatlining and the chaos going on in Europe. What would Margaret Thatcher do?
Well, Margaret Thatcher was firmly against high taxes, against big government solutions. She strongly opposed socialist-style policies. As she used to say, the problem with socialist governments is that eventually they run out of other people's money. That's exactly what's happening across the European Union. And so this idea from, Thomas Piketty of raising $800 billion of additional taxes for the European Union, it's a monstrously bad idea. The last thing the EU needs, frankly, is tax hikes. This is an entity that is, drowning in unemployment, that has huge unfunded pension liabilities, and Emmanuel Macron's France is symbolic of the huge problems that the EU faces today. So with very good reason, 17.4 million Britons voted to leave the EU to free themselves from the shackles of the European Union. The last thing the United States should do is follow the lead of the EU.
Well, here's the message, too. There's a top-heavy bureaucracy all over Europe and flatlining growth. It's going upside down rapidly because basically, you've said this, too, the debate, Nile, is that socialism is about envy. It's about jealousy. It's not about prosperity. Instead, it's about control. And the fear is that it's coming here. And, Nile, here's the other important point that Charles Moore, he's Thatcher's biographer. Charles Moore wrote the biography of Margaret Thatcher. He said that Margaret Thatcher told him that when politicians are in office, they often do votes like, remain in Europe. But when they're out of office, all of these politicians, right or the left, they say, you know what, we should leave. We should be about Britain's sovereignty. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I think the winds of change are starting to blow across Europe. Britain is just the beginning. I think across Europe, increasingly, European publics are starting to reject the European project. They've had enough of this huge, vast, supranational entity that has, suffocated national sovereignty and self-determination. And so what the British people are doing are blazing the trail forward for self-determination and freedom in Europe today. It's just the shape of things to come, I think, which is why the EU elites are fighting Brexit so hard, and why the negotiations with Great Britain over Britain's exit are being treated by European Union bureaucrats as some sort of punishment beating to try and warn other EU member states from leaving the EU.
Now, EU could still be setting the rules for Great Britain. Nile, we need to have you back on again soon. Thank you so much, sir.
I look forward to it. Thank you.
Let's get to your money. Oil, U.S. crude falling more than 3%, settling at $51.